Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I would like to announce Entrypoint Music. Now this video is probably going to be long and I'm going to explain what Entrypoint Music means, and I am probably recording it for future uses, so bear with me. So Entrypoint Music is a concept that, when I think about it, probably started when I was about 20 years old, when I got an idea of combining live techno music with live instruments and singing. So the idea was that there would be a live DJ, there would be a live guitar, maybe a live bass, and a live voice. And the singer would also improvise the melody and even the lyrics for the given tune. Now back then, I wasn't able to perform it and I didn't find any players who would play with me. So I just went through life. I had one band where I sang, where I wrote the songs, and I think the band, we were performing for about 2 years, 3 years maybe. And I found out that I really enjoy when I perform music. I really enjoy when people like it, or at least when I have a feeling that people enjoy it, that it really satisfies me. It really satisfies me. So then the band, we stopped playing, and then many years later, I think around 2013 to 2014, I joined the U2 tribute band, where I sang a Bono. And again, I found out that I really enjoy when people enjoy the performance. And then this U2 tribute band, it also broke. So then years went on and on and on. And basically the only music satisfaction I had is that I had acoustic guitar over there. And in my free time, I would play songs that I liked. So the level that I was playing at was, you can imagine it as playing Wonderwall. You know, I would play the simple chords, I would strum the strings, and I would sing Wonderwall. So then over the years, I learned more songs. I also wrote some of my songs, but it was kind of boring to just play at home. I didn't feel like playing online, because it's completely different than when you are in the same space with the people with the listeners. And the only way actually I could play somewhere was that I would go to my favorite bar in central Prague, and there's a little square in front of the bar, and sometimes there would be an atmosphere that we would play guitar and sing the songs. But this was really hard for this atmosphere to come up, because I didn't feel comfortable when people are, sitting on this square, talking to each other, drinking coffee or drinking alcohol. That all of a sudden, I would sit there and start, singing and playing. So then, before October 6th of 2023, so probably during August and September, I started thinking that it would be great if I could learn guitar, or if I can play guitar without singing, and it would be good enough that people would enjoy what it sounds like. And then, I went through life. September 2023, and then on October 4th, it was a Wednesday of 2023, I had an extremely stressful day. Now when I say stressful day, it's basically on that day we had our company had a conference that I'm responsible for, the biggest event of the year for us. And this year will be again in October, and already I started the plans and organizing it last month. So what I'm trying to say is that last year in October 4th, when the conference was finished, I was completely drained and just shocked how, in the end, how well it turned out. So it was a Wednesday. On Thursday, I noticed that I played something a bit in a different style on guitar. And on Friday evening, on October 6th, 2023, I grabbed the guitar over there and I went to city center. I went to the riverside where it's called Naplavka, basically a nice path along the river. And I decided on October 6th to go there. And I went there, I think it was around 10, 11 p.m. And I just found some dark corner where no one could see me. And I took the guitar. And one thing that upsets me a little bit, that I don't remember how I got this idea, but I had a little Bluetooth speaker with me. And I connected this Bluetooth speaker with my phone. And on the phone, I played MP3, which was just a kick. And I played this kick by the river, and it reminded me of the heartbeat. And I started playing guitar. I was playing this tune. In fact, it was a tune that, it was a motif that came to me during one of the water fasts. For those of you who follow me, you know that I wrote two piano pieces, one while I was fasting and the other one while I was eating. So on this same motif, or this motif, I started playing on the guitar with the kick, and I thought it was really nice. And as I was playing it, in my head, I was remembering all the struggles I had to go through to do a perfect conference. Now, the way I am not stressed, but I knew that if the conference didn't turn out well, that a lot of my colleagues would be affected. So it was a huge responsibility. And there were a lot of mistakes that happened along the way, which I had to fix quickly. And no one in the end noticed anything. And everyone was just giving me praise for how the conference turned out well. So as I'm sitting there by the river and playing this tune, I'm imagining exactly what I went through. And I know the reason I call it entry point music is that I live by philosophy I called entry point. And this philosophy, I think, completely transpires through this tune. Now, as I was playing it there by the river, playing it, all of a sudden people were walking up to me and they started giving me money and telling me how they enjoyed the music, which really surprised me because I didn't have anything that they should be putting the money in. In fact, I was on the side, so it was the music that brought them in. And this, basically, I don't know why, but that day when I came home, I decided to really work hard on guitar. And since October 6th, basically all the way till today, I spent, and those of you again who follow me, that I do water fasting. And now I have, since, the 1st of January, I eat every other or third or fourth day. I don't eat sugars and carbohydrates. So as part of this, I don't need much sleep. So when I wake up at 3 in the morning or 4 in the morning, I practice guitar. And I've been practicing guitar many, many hours every day since October 6th of 2023. So during the winter, and as I was practicing, I was also writing songs. So I wrote to get, I think, 10, 15, 20 songs. And I was just waiting for warm weather to come so that I can test it and go out. Now, you can see that here below, there's a link to entrypointacademia.org. And I'm going to want to tell you how Entrypoint Music is connected to Entrypoint Academia. Entrypoint Academia is my online attempt to communicate Entrypoint philosophy, which is a philosophy that I live by. Now, this philosophy, you can find all the videos and all the explanations that I have made so far on my YouTube channel, or you can find them also at entrypointacademia.org. And part of Entrypoint Academia, the way I want to convey Entrypoint philosophy is that your whole life can be divided into segments. Now, when I say that it can be divided, for me, Entrypoint philosophy is like these glasses. It's just another perspective. So when I see the world through the red lens, it doesn't mean that the world is red, but that thanks to the red lens, I can notice things which I would not normally notice without the red lens. So that's exactly Entrypoint philosophy. You can imagine it like certain glasses with certain filter that you put on, and you can get extra information from reality, which in return helps you to move in a direction which you would not normally see. So the first segment is how to perceive reality. In one word or in one sentence, you should perceive or try to perceive reality through the frame that there's absolutely no free will, and that free will is an illusion. Now, I've been living like that since 2017, and only about a year ago, I found out that that's how it also is from a scientific point of view. If you don't believe me, Google Robert Sapolsky, no free will. If you Google that, you'll see all the videos. So that's segment number one, how to perceive reality. Segment number two is how to perceive health. And all of this, I already talked about it in the past, but again, one sentence explanation is that I try to live in a way how my genetic code how my genetic code is optimized for. Now, my genetic code is not 47 years old. My genetic code is not 250,000 years old. My genetic code has been here, let's say, for the past 400 million years, when our first ancestor came out of the ocean. And when I look at how slow evolution is, and when I look at how my genetic code was eating, then I see that since I know that carbohydrates and sugars came 10,000 years ago, that for 400 million years, it was always no sugars, no carbohydrates, only green vegetables and meat. Same with Homo sapiens for the past 240,000 years, because the 10,000 years already carbohydrates were here. So what I do is that I don't eat sugars, I don't eat carbohydrates. And also one more thing that's important is to realize that, and I actually read it from, I don't think it was in book Sapiens, but in one of the lectures I heard from Noah Harari. He said that there were three reasons, the main reasons why humans died. And by the way, it all connects to Entrypoint Music. So the main three reasons why humans died were from bottom up. diseases, sickness. Second one was that, someone killed you, someone ate you, you had an accident. But the reason number one was that you died of hunger, that you were not able to catch food and you just died. So what this means is that my genetic code, and also yours, was made for not eating that much as we eat. Now, it's common sense. Not only that we see it in the history, but also it's one of the main drivers of evolution. Because hunger is what is motivating the predator to catch the prey. And the motivation of predator is what drives the hunted to come up with strategies how to survive. Either consciously come up with strategies, or through a process of evolution that if I'm a brown rabbit on snow, then if my color becomes white, then the predator cannot see me against the white background, and that's the strategy. And then it forces the predator to come up with strategies, and the hunger is what is driving the predator. So if I know this, and I also know that you can Google this also, that there are many studies where they take mice or rats and they cut in half of what they would normally eat, then their life expectancy doubles. So that's why as I said, back to the segments, the first segment is how to perceive reality. Second segment is how to take care of your body. And there, as I said, I don't eat sugars, I don't eat carbohydrates, and I eat 1 or 2 meals every 2, 3, 4 days. Now, because I have already done this for many years, these 2 segments, and I published a video about how to perceive health about 2 months ago, I think, I moved on to the third segment. And the third segment is how to learn new skill. Because once your mind, your psychology is fine, and if you are healthy, then the first thing you have to do is you have to learn a new skill, like a little baby. The baby has to learn how to speak, how to communicate. So the most important skill, and that's segment number 3, in today's society is how to perceive learning. Because today's reality is changing so fast that the most important skill is how to learn a new skill as soon as possible, to the level where you can actually charge money for it. Now, with the AI here, accelerated learning is the most important thing, and AI can help with it. And this is the third segment that I'm working on currently. So I've been working on techniques, how to improve learning. Now, how it connects to Entrypoint music? Well, one of the areas that I was concentrating on is how to improve my guitar play as fast as possible. So going back to my third segment, just as I did it with the first segment and second segment, I'm doing the research. So I have found various areas like the guitar playing and others that I am practicing these skills on, because accelerated learning is about learning techniques which you will then apply when you want to learn something. Now, while doing this research, I've already discovered for myself various exercises that actually help you to develop this mental, let's call it a tool or instrument, which you can then apply every time you learn something new. Now, if you're curious what it's like, go to my TikTok channel, and on my TikTok profile, there's already a series called Accelerated Learning, where I show these exercises. I think I published 5 already, and I think I have about 10 more. And I gotta tell you that I feel like it's almost amazing how it's all interconnected. So how learning guitar and thanks to the first segment, observing myself, how I'm what I'm struggling with and what my goal is, then this I apply in other areas. For example, speed reading. It's when I started, because part of entry point learning, of course, is speed reading. Now, the reason why speed reading and why I'm going to publish it and why you should all learn the speed reading techniques is not because you have to read everything fast. No, because if you take the techniques which are used for speed reading, these techniques are actually or synergetic for other areas. Just to give you a quick taste and example. So when you read, you have to move your eyes fast. And in order to move your eyes fast, there are like so many muscles around your eyes which move really fast, right? So there are exercises which you can perform which actually strengthen these muscles. Now, these are for speed reading, but of course they are not only for speed reading, but working on your eye muscles. It actually improves your other areas of life. So one thing I noticed that, and I've been doing these exercises, I think that now for about 2 months, that these exercises not only improve your vision, but improve your coordination. And when I started noticing it, I Googled it more, and yes, it really helps. So there's like all these exercises that you can do, but they, in return, when you learn them, then you can say, okay, I'm going to take this skill. And the skill that I decided to work on was improving my guitar play. But parallel with that, I also worked on perfect pitch, which can be imagined as, let's say, color hearing. So normally, let's say the black and white hearing is that you can hear intervals. But most people, when they hear a pitch, they cannot tell exactly what that pitch is. But people who have perfect pitch, they describe it, it's sort of like, like color, that they know that if it's C sharp, then it's, for them, it's orange, or it comes up in their mind. Now, this is something that you can actually learn, but you really have to work on it. And a lot of people think that this is something that if you don't learn it by, let's say, the age 12, that you will never learn it. Well, this is not true, because I have been working on it almost daily, and you can actually learn it. And I see that my let's call it perfect pitch is slowly improving, because I can now start telling pitches. I can tell the pitch, but even though it's not perfect, it dramatically, and when I say dramatically, I mean dramatically, improve my guitar playing, because I can hear everything somehow better when I don't use the type, because, and this goes back to the exercises that I have on TikTok, which are about separating your visual perception and your audio perception. Because when you hear black and white, you're sort of listening with the part of the analytical part of brain. But the key is to listen with the creative part of the brain, because that's the one that can identify the perfect pitches sort of like subconsciously. Now, when you learn this, then you can start applying in the other areas. So this is what I've been working on the whole winter. In January, in February, I'm doing all these daily routines, and I can see January, February, March, that things in my life are changing. Now, going back to Entrypoint music, And going back to the guitar playing, it's been all subjective. I feel like, going this way, this way, this way, until, and I was waiting for the weather, for spring to come, for outside to get warmer, so I could go and take the guitar and test the songs and see if people will enjoy them, because I feel that, and I've never felt this way, that when I play the guitar now, I almost feel like it's not about playing guitar, but it's about somehow that the guitar is a tool that when we become like one unit, I just let it go out of me. It's crazy, but that's how I felt. So well, as I was checking the weather, it was obvious that 29th of March, which was Friday last week, was going to be the day that I was going to take the guitar and go downtown to Naplavka by the river and test it out. I had my son over on Friday morning, so he spent here basically the whole day. And he understood why it was important for me, because I felt that, if I go there and then people would be laughing at me, how it sounds and what I play, that it would hurt me, because I would feel that my self-judgment was out of whack, and I would feel really bad that something that I feel that sounds nice would, sound really bad to others. Then I would feel like I lost my, the link with the humans around me. Yeah. So on Friday, I think around 5 p.m., 6 p.m., my son ordered Bolt, I ordered Uber, and I sat in the Uber with the guitar, and the Uber driver said, "Hey, another musician." And I said, "You're really what do you mean?" And he's like, "Yeah, I've been driving many musicians today." And he said that he listens to Miles Davis. So I hooked up my phone with via Bluetooth with his radio player, and we listened to Miles Davis playing Human Nature live. And I told the Uber driver that he's driving me to the most important concert in my life. And he said, "Really?" Then, and I told him that I was nervous. And he said, "Well, don't be nervous. It's just a concert." And I told him that many years ago, well, he didn't know that, but it was the YouTube tribute band. So many years ago, I'm telling him I had a concert in front of 10,000 people. And before going on stage, I was telling the driver, I was not as nervous as I am now in your cab, as you're driving me to the most important concert in my life. So then he dropped me off. And I was walking by the river, and I needed to find a place where I could play. So I'm walking, and I don't like any of the places. Either the benches are taken, or there's, some bar playing loud music. So I'm walking, and then I found a closed gallery that was lit inside. See if I can find a photo. Yeah, so I stopped in front of this gallery, and I said, "Okay, this is the place where I'm going to do it." And I don't think I have it. Yeah, so I stopped in front of this gallery, and I pulled out my guitar. I pulled up a little Spark speaker, which is a really nice. Yeah, I'll show it to you some other day. So it's a small speaker, which you can plug in the guitar into, and also connect the phone with the speaker. And then you can play the drums from the phone on the speaker, and also I can play the guitar and put little effects on it. Yeah, so I set it up and I started playing. And I thought it sounded beautiful. So I'm playing, but I feel that people who are walking by, that it's almost like they're not noticing me. So I kept on playing. And at a certain point, I had a little interaction with a couple that walked by. And then a woman came and she put 50 crowns in front of me. Now, of course, the way I set it up is that it doesn't look like I don't have anything that is asking for money. It looks, like when someone sees me, I'm just a guy who enjoys playing. And she came and she gave me 50 crowns. I don't know, $2. And for me, this was like the biggest stamp of approval, because when you do live performance, live music, I think that when someone gives you money, and especially when you do it in a way that like they have to go after you, they have to really find you, like you're not leading them into paying, then I think that it's like a really big stamp of approval that they enjoyed it. So when that happened, I continued playing, but I stood up because I felt like, yes. So I was standing and I started playing to people more, which led to more reactions. So I played all together for about 2 hours. No, not 2 hours, 1 hour. And then I came home. And the next day, I realized that, I had one phone which was connected to the speaker, but I also had another phone which was recording me playing. And I looked at it, the sound was bad, but I found that moment where the woman gave me the 50 crowns, and I really liked it. And then I realized, hey, what if I try to play with the sound and clean it? Maybe it will be nice. So I cleaned the sound and it was nice. And then when I looked at it, I said, hey, let's make it into a nice clip. And you know what? I made a clip, and it was a clip that I uploaded on my TikTok profile and then also my YouTube profile. So you can see it in the shorts on my YouTube profile and also on my Facebook. But mainly, I think it was meant for TikTok. And there was basically a little story that it's in there that actually, I'm playing and I'm looking for a first achievement. And of course, the first achievement is that, will someone give me a coin for my play? And of course, through the video, I asked people, hey, give me a follow because I would like to perform this live. So I put on this video and oh my God, the statistics were just out of the roof. Because normally when I put something on TikTok, it's few hundred views. No one cares, right? But this one, if I check right now, so this one right now has 7,000 views. And because I really enjoyed the story in it, I thought to myself, you know what? Let's check if I can find something nice or another part which sounds good. Because again, I started playing solo guitar in October 2023. So I've been playing solo guitar for October, November, December, January, February, March. So for 6 months. So when I play, it's still not perfect. Okay? I know what to play, but I still make, little mistakes. So, when I play for an hour, it's really hard for me to find a part where I don't make mistakes that I would not feel ashamed. And even what I publish in the end has mistakes. But anyway, because I like how people reacted to the first video, I made a second video, and the second video was basically a thank you video for the follows. And again, I play with it a little bit more, so I'm telling a story in there. And I published it, and looking at my profile right now, it has 12,800 views. Yeah, it has 12,900 views exactly. And this got me so excited that I made another video. And in this video, and I gotta show it to you because it's very interesting, at least for me, that as I'm playing, I put on a screen, right, behind me in the video editor, and it actually supports the story and also add lyrics to it. And I realized, oh my God, this is so nice, that this is something I really enjoy, that I'll be going out and busking, playing publicly, and I will be recording how people react, because I feel that Entrypoint music is a music that it's not about a concert where you sing or you go like that. No, it's something where you're just enjoying the vibe. Yeah, it's like a nice mellow techno party, I guess. Yeah, so I'll be going out and I'll be recording it. I'm convinced that if this music is nice, and if Entrypoint philosophy is something that works so well in my life, and I know it will work in your life, and every time I see someone who smiles when they hear Entrypoint music, I know that this means that the whole Entrypoint Academia project is a life-changing project. And therefore, I would like to encourage you, go to entrypointacademia.org and read what's there. Now, hopefully, a friend of mine who's helping me with the publishing the content has finished all the work. But anyway, go there and check it out, because you can learn there and register for free to try it out, to try Entrypoint Challenge. And what's really cool is that there's already one student of Entrypoint Academia who started his 30-day Entrypoint Challenge, where he concentrates on the first segment and second segment. And what's really cool is that most likely this Friday, I will go out again with my guitar and my little Spark speaker, which I will show next time. Plus, this first Entrypoint student will take, and I forgot what it's called in English, but in Czech we call it cajon. But it's the wooden box that people sit on and they hit the beat. And I think that it might sound really, really good. Yeah, so this will be happening on Friday. I will be recording it, and I have big plans with it. So yeah, so there will be the Entrypoint music series, which I want to share with you. So check out my YouTube channel, where you can see these videos, so you can find out for yourself what Entrypoint music is, and let's see where it goes. And probably in a month or so, I will try to publish segment number 3, which will be all about accelerating learning, how to learn a new skill as fast as possible, so you can apply it. And this is exactly what I tried on myself with the guitar. Now, I think that what I've experienced since I started applying the techniques, which was, I would say again, from December, that my guitar play just skyrocketed to the point where I can publicly play for hours. People enjoy it, and they are even willing to pay for it. Yeah. So it's Entrypoint Music, and I'm really looking forward to also publishing the entry point song or piece which started it all, which I have not actually published yet, because I have basically published 2 tunes so far, which again you can find on my YouTube channel. So see you soon. Check out entrypointacademia.org. Check out my YouTube channel, check out the TikTok channel, and see how it goes. Help me to get the 1,000 subscribers so I can do live streams of these performances and of the reactions of people. Yeah? So take care. Bye-bye.